I've been having an issue since the 13.3.1 update for iOS with the on-screen prompts being off-centered to the lower right. Um, the issue happens intermittently, and when it does happen, it'll happen consistently again and again and again every time you retry. And that'll keep happening until you either restart the phone, or sometimes what I'll do is I'll lock the screen for 10 to 15 minutes and turn it back on again, the screen. But after that, the issue may or may not be fixed. It's quite frustrating when you have the issue after restarting the phone a couple of times, and then eventually you'll get it to work again. So in this here, you can see it's happening with all on-screen prompts. We've got the screen recording, cancel or OK button. We've got it with the wallet for accepting permissions. That's actually a permissions prompt, not specifically to the wallet prompt. We've got it here when I plug the phone in to charge it. You got the trust or don't trust, and it happens with the two-factor authentication to allow or don't allow. Something noteworthy is that along the side here and the top, if you interact with the phone outside of this grayed out area, you can still interact with the apps that are behind it, even though the prompt should be preventing you from interacting with the app. So I could still scroll through the web page, I could still hit the back button, I could refresh the page. Over here I could actually go into a different app, or I could swipe left and right to view my dashboard. I could click on weather and go into that app, or click on calendar, etc. And the issue happens with landscape mode as well. In this case, it goes to the top right instead of the lower right. But if the phone was orientated in portrait, then you would see it is the lower right. Okay, so with the two-factor authenticator, it's quite frustrating because even though you can still press the allow button on the lower right there's a button, you can just press it. You can't see the text, but you can press it. Although the numbers that you get are cut off, so you can't read the last number. It also happens with Face ID, and this is the biggest problem for me because I need Face ID to use Alipay and WeChat Pay. And I'll show you what's happening here. The issue is a little bit different, but it's still the same. So if you look at the top of the screen here, we can see the try Face ID again and the cancel button, but the prompt is not sizing itself large enough to be able to show the content and the buttons correctly. And unlike the other on-screen prompts, it's not off-centered to the lower right, but it's actually centered horizontally but vertically too high. So I'll just continue the video, and if you press enter password, this is the most frustrating part, because after going through try again, enter password, what we now have is a place to enter your PIN number, but the PIN keypad is actually half off the screen. So if you have a PIN number that has like a 3, a 6, or a 9, you can't enter your PIN because the numbers are off the side. I realize in the screen recording you can't see the PIN numbers. That's a security feature of the screen recording. But trust me, those numbers are there. And if I play the video, you'll see I'm trying to type my PIN number in, but obviously I can't type the PIN number in. And it looks to me like the message, the white area you see, is expanding itself like as if the screen was held in landscape mode, even though the screen is obviously held in portrait mode that we can see. So here is my settings. The iPhone is running 13.3.1, which, as I said, it's been over 3 weeks now. I'm not blaming the update, as I mentioned, but that is what's happened. And I took 2 screenshots every day of the issue, 4 days prior to reporting it to Apple, and I've since had the issue encountered many times after that, still just as frequently as before. But annoyingly, I did that preparation with the latest version, and then Apple come back to me 5 days later saying, you need to update to the latest version and try again. Well, if you just looked at it, it is running the latest version. So they obviously haven't put in that effort to even look at the screenshots that I provided to them, and they're not understanding the issue. I might sound a bit frustrated with that, but I have reported so many issues to Apple, and it's unbelievable how many times they come back to me saying that it's the wrong version. I don't know why they keep saying that, because I asked them to confirm it. They said it was 13.3 when I am running 13.3.1. When I report Mac issues, they always seem to report it as the last generation, the last version, not the latest version. I don't know if that's anyone else's experience, but they get the version number wrong all the time. Yeah, look, if anyone else is having this issue, I'd really encourage you to call Apple and report the issue, because they don't seem to take these issues seriously unless enough people are reporting them. And if you can, just comment in the video so that I can kind of get an idea how many other people are experiencing this issue. And if I find a solution, I'll reply to your comment and let you know how to fix it, or what was the cause. If Apple finally get back to me with something that's not just stuffing me around and with a solution, then I'll be sure to pass it on to you.